In this edition of Arlington Sentinel News, we talk to you about one grant will provide dozens of jobs for first responders.
And how one ongoing strike in the city of Arlington has impacted the community.
And the new proposals early voters should be informed about in the Texas prior to the elections. Don't go anywhere. Arlington Sentinel News starts now. Welcome to Arlington Sentinel News. I'm Leah Salinas.
And I'm Vanessa Johnson. Thank you for joining us.
First responders will witness new additions to one department in the city of Arlington, thanks to a generous grant. Arlington Firefighter Department was granted SAFER Act by the Department of Homeland Security's Federal Emergency Management Agency, which will allow the department to hire more than 80 firefighters for the next 2 years. The SAFER Act has been one of the largest grants given to the department, a worth of $16.6 million.
Having 4 personnel versus 3 is just going to make it so much more efficient and increase not only the safety of our guys, but the safety of all the citizens.
The grant will go into effect this month on November 12th. The hiring process will begin January 6, 2024.
We take a look at the General Motors strike involving workers in the GM Arlington plant. Our reporter Ward Sakik spoke with the plant workers.
On Tuesday, the UAW went on strike at the Arlington Assembly plant of General Motors, which is one of the largest employers in the country. The strike involved more than 5,000 workers.
This is real. This really makes a difference. We're not just fighting for the temps. We're fighting for our lives. Here, we work here, but we can't even afford the vehicles that are built.
Some workers are having to juggle 2 jobs to make ends meet, reduce quality times with their families, and struggle to pay the rising cost of living. Workers hope that the strike will bring them livable wages and job security they deserve.
Because I'm having to work 2 jobs over this, just for us to get by, and this is what I'm hoping for everything to be resolved so we can be better, have better benefits, better pay, that way we don't have to struggle, we could spend more time with our family.
The union is asking for 36% raises over 4 years. So far, General Motors has only offered 23%.
Because I have children at home and just trying to survive and make sure that I keep everything going with my kids and things like that, like being a single parent, afford, it's a lot. Like trying to make sure that the bills and everything stay caught up.
Workers have scheduled times for strike duty and switch every few hours with others to make sure that the strike is ongoing. Ward Sakik, Arlington Sentinel News.
On October 31st, UAW and General Motors reached a tentative agreement that could end the strike. The leadership will vote on this proposal on November 3rd.
Early voting has begun. Citizens across Texas are making their way to the polls for the 2023 Texas Constitutional Amendment election. 14 propositions are on the ballot, with voters having the power to decide on issues ranging from educational to environmental issues. Some of these laws will provide support towards water infrastructure, university funding for research, and state park creations, while others cover tax exemptions for things such as medical equipment and child care facilities.
When people go out to the voting booth, I think what they should keep in mind is what they would like their future to look like, and what they would like their future for their children and their grandchildren to also look like.
Arlington hosts 6 of 44 Tarrant County voting locations. Early voting ends November 3rd, and election day is November 7th from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
When we come back, we'll talk to you about a concerning issue regarding the city's capacity.
And how families in crisis can find asylum through a nonprofit foundation.
Stay tuned for this and more on Arlington Sentinel News.
Where did the time go? I don't know how I got here.
You've done the hard part. You quit smoking. Now do the easy part and get scanned for lung cancer. If you smoked, you may still be at risk, but early detection could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
With Arlington creeping up on a 400,000 population mark, the city's capacity to support the growing population is becoming an issue. In 2014, the City of Arlington's Community Development, Planning, Research, and Analytics Department estimated that the city had the ability to support 423,000 people. This project estimated that the city would reach this population sometime after 2023. Efforts are now being made to amend the city to help support the influx of people. 3 areas the analysis looked at were the city's natural, built, and policy environments. And for the Families Without a Home, a nonprofit here in the city of Arlington that is working to support the city's population, the Salvation Army offers year-round emergency assistance to vulnerable families after the hard hit of the pandemic. Located on the northeast side of UTA, the Salvation Army Family Life Center helps families in need. The facilities manager shares the importance of providing for others in crisis.
We do serve up to, within a week, we serve up to 130 families. That's a total of, let's say, a household, sometimes a 1,500 or 1,600 household in a week.
The Salvation Army accepts canned and dried food donations from the public. For more information, go to salvationarmyntx.org.
And now an event for the entire family to enjoy at the University of Texas at Arlington, presented by the fraternity and sorority community, which hosted their annual Great Pumpkin Carnival. Our reporter Leslie Salis Hernandez was there to show us a closer look.
The fraternity and sorority community of the University of Texas at Arlington had their annual Great Pumpkin Carnival. The carnival was a free event for students, parents, and families to come and enjoy themselves for some fun before the Halloween festivities the following day.
It's just really nice being out here to, be around people who aren't, just our inner circle, being out here with all the other fraternities and sororities, also with all the kids coming out, all the school kids.
The event included games for kids to play and interact, face painting, and everyone's favorite, the bounce house.
So I heard about this event from my daughter's school, Swift Elementary. What I like about this event is it's inside, that's one thing, and then the kids are able to go through, play games, and have a nice fun jump house. Plus they get to enjoy some face paint right here as well.
The carnival also provided food and beverages for all those that attended to enjoy while watching Disney movie Coco.
It's really just an honest opportunity for our chapters to come out, interact with our little kids, and have this free event so that parents feel more comfortable during this season having their kids out in this weather.
Leslie Solis Hernandez, Arlington Sentinel News.
For future events like this one, make sure to follow them on all social media outlets at UTA-FSL.
During the weekend, One Arlington Recreation Center hosted an interesting event that involved lanterns and wishes. Reporter Tin Lee has more to show.
It's the time of Halloween, but Arlington has its own surprise. The Cliff Nelson Recreation Center hosts a unique event, Phantom Lights, on October 28 from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Here, families from around the city come for the fun. Also, vendors are here to give people up-to-date service information or games for children, and they themselves enjoy it too.
It's been a lot of fun to have the community come out. I'm always on the lookout for something like this.
However, the main attraction of Phantom Lights is very different. Families and friends make small lanterns, then write their best wishes for themselves and their loved one on these. Finally, these lanterns float on the Cliff Nelson Pond nearby, hopefully carrying the wishes to reality. The event coordinator, Graham Ritchie, expresses his goal that he and the staff want to achieve through Phantom Lights.
I think it became more and more as we researched more something that we all felt really good about and something that I think we've worked really hard to try to bring an impact to the community with it.
Moreover, Mr. Ritchie takes into account the unique variety of people in the city when planning this event.
One of the things I noticed was Arlington's extremely diverse and it's growing extremely quickly. Like the inclusiveness with everyone and social equity.
The event shows promises of uniting people in solidarity. It may even bring similar celebrations in the future. Tin Lee, Arlington Sentinel News.
That event looked really fun. I hope the families enjoyed it.
I know, I hope they did. And the lanterns look really nice on the water at night.
I agree.
Yes. For all Texas Rangers fans, stay tuned. When we come back, we have the latest updates from the World Series.
eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign, not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Thank you for staying with us. It looks like wins all for the Texas Rangers this season.
Go Rangers, baby! Yeah, World Series!
The Texas Rangers are back in the World Series, getting ready to take on the Arizona Diamondbacks at Globe Life Field, and fans couldn't be more excited.
This year's gonna be different from 2010 and 2011 because we're ready this time.
This is different. We're enjoying the experience. What happens, happens, but I'm telling you right now, the mojo's there. This is the team. This is the year. Go Rangers!
This will be the Rangers' first time in the World Series since their 2010 and 2011 loss, and fans expect a different result.
Honestly, for me, it feels amazing. Had the opportunity to go 2010, 2011. This kid is the biggest baseball fan I've ever met. So could not miss the experience to bring him with me.
Even some new fans who weren't around last time the Rangers were in this spot feel very confident about the series.
I think this should be an easy World Series for the Rangers because I haven't seen the Rangers this good in like a few years or forever.
Globe Life Field was at full capacity with all 42,500 seats taken by fans. Alejandro Contreras, Arlington Sentinel News.
The Texas Rangers are now one more win away from achieving their first World Series in the team history.
Good luck in Arizona, Rangers. We are rooting for you back home.
That's all we have for you on this edition of Arlington Sentinel News. Thank you for staying with us until the end.
Make sure to follow us on all of our social media platforms at Arlington Sentinel News or visit our website at arlingtonsentinel.org.
Thanks for watching. See you next week.